Viewer discretion is advised.
We're living such a modern. I don't wanna waste your time.
You're not wrong. For so long. Bethany Jones, turn off that music. Fine. All right, class. So, who's ready to have a good time and learn about history?
History is not the Jedi way.
It's a movie! Yay! This awesome giant flat screen TV that the school wasted its whole budget on too. Well, let's start the movie. Hold on. Which one of you knows about computers?
Force fix!
Oh, good, that actually worked. Alright, let's go.
Chiin, it's time for your history lessons. Come on, it'll be fun. Why do I even need to know this history? It'll be fun. Are you sure? It'll be fun. But I don't want to.
It will be fun.
Now, let's begin with the book. Boring. Chiin, shut up. Now, in the late 1800s, a bunch of European powers. Shouldn't I be learning about the history of this world? You know, Trey? Focus, Chiin. Earth is important too. After all, it is our reverse world. Anyway, European powers began to scramble for African territories. Like eggs? No. They were trying to take over the land. Why were they doing that? Well, you see, Chino, in the early 1800s, before everything I just mentioned, a bunch of stuff happened. Like what? Well, in West Africa, a big Islamic revival was spreading. It started with the Fulani people in northern Nigeria. Whoo! Then there was the scholar preacher dude, Usman Danfodio. He denounced the corruption of the House of Rulers. Like how Team Rocket denounces the evils of truth and love? Sure. Wait, Hausa? What's that? They were just nearby townspeople. They built walls to protect themselves from invasion and stuff. Cool story, bro. Tell it again. Please, Chiin, take this seriously. Anyway, Usman called for social and religious reforms and inspired the Fulani and Hausa to revolt against the Europeans. Usman set up a strong Islamic state in northern Nigeria that increased literacy, decreased wars, and improved trade, inspiring other Muslim reform movements. Then the Zulus emerged. The Zulus, like Star Trek? No. The Zulus, Chiin, were a major force in southern Africa. And they were led by the brilliant Shaka Khan? No. Zulu. Shaka Zulu. This guy. Human! He conquered many people. Wait, so what exactly happened to that Udon Dine Fettuccine guy? Did he get conquered or something? Usman Danfodio. He died of old age at 65 in 1817 in a house in the western suburbs of Sokoto. I thought he lived with those Fulani dudes in northern Nigeria. Well, he did. In 1815, he moved to Sokoto. May I continue now? Okay. Wait, who's Bello? What? Mohammed Bello. That dude who built the house for Dine Fettuccine. Danfodio. In Sokoto. Bello was Usman Danfodio's son, but I didn't mention him at all. How did you... Fettuccine! Anyway, back to Shaka Zulu. Wasn't that a TV show? Yes. In 1986. Anyway, Shaka Zulu conquered many people. You already said that. Yes, I know! Stop distracting me! So, Shaka Zulu would absorb the young men and women of the places he conquered into the Zulu regiments. Why? Were they sick or something? Not regimen, Chiin. Regiments! Like fighting battalions and stuff. Oh. And by encouraging rival groups to forget about their differences, he successfully cemented a growing pride in the Zulu kingdom. Now, by the 1830s, the arrival of the mounted Boers threatened the Zulus. Ooh, drama! What's a Boer? The Boers were descendants of Dutch farmers who were migrating north. Marinating? No, Chiin. Migrating. It's a fancy way of saying a group of people moving somewhere else. Oh. Well, why were they doing that? Well, in 1814, the Cape Colony, which was where they lived, had passed ownership from the Dutch to the British, which greatly interfered with their way of life. So they migrated north in what was known as the Great Trek. And no, Chiin, it's got nothing to do with Star Trek. Chiin? Cake Pops? Only if you stay awake for the rest of the lesson. Okay. So, the Boers and the Zulus soon came into contact and started fighting. Who won? Well, Zulus had spears, Boers had guns. I'll let you decide who won. Oh. Another thing that happened in the early 1800s was the exploration of Africa. The Europeans were fascinated by African geography, so they went to explore it. After a few medical advances allowed it, of course. One of the best-known explorers was Dr. David Livingstone. He explored Africa for 30 years. He wrote about the people he met, too. Where other explorers were more biased and saw the Africans as children in needing of guidance, Livingstone was more sympathetic. Oh, and this is one of my favorite stories. So, Livingstone had not been heard from for years. So, in 1969, the journalist Henry Stanley went to find him. It took about 2 years, but in 1871 he found Livingstone in Tanzania. And this is the best part. So, he goes up to Livingstone and goes, Dr. Livingstone, I presume. And after that, King Leopold II hired Stanley to explore the Congo River. And that's basically it for today. Cake Pop? Yes, Chiin. Cake Pop.
Well, children, what did you think? That movie sucked. You're a terrible teacher. I thought that movie was not good.
Bad teacher.
You're not even supposed to be wearing hats in school. Sorry, ma'am. Can't take it off. Bye. We still have like 8 periods of class left. Oh well, free day for me.